Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati, Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tenarude Sivane, Potri Natorkum Reva, Putri Thiruchitrambalam, எடுக்கும் மாக்கதை இந்தமிழ்ச் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ் செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள் இருத்துவாம். உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து போதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம். சைவத்தின் மேற் சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறைச் செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. தில்லை வாழந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த தொலையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகைடியார் பதம் போற்றி ஒல்லையவர் புராணகதை உலகறிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழார் அடி போற்றி. ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தமணிவோம். பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து கூடிடுமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. With the blessings of the Almighty Lord Shiva, we're here to think through the last part of Periyapuranam, Vellanai sarukkam. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Thiruchitrambalam and also to the 57th Pontiff of Gunamatti Kalyanapuri Adina, Srila Sri Gomathinayagam, Srila Sri Rajasaravanamadikvasaka Swamigal as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started with Vellanai sarukkam. So far we have discussed 12 sections of Periyapuranam. Periyapuranam has 13 sections in total. We started with Thirumalai sarukkam section, the first section, which covers the history about how Sundara came from Kailash to earth, and then he was born in Tirunavallur, and it covers the history until he composed Thiruchitrambalam. Then the remaining 11 sections made by the Thiruchitrambalam Padigam itself. Every song covers a section. So far, we have covered 12, and the last section is called Vellanai sarukkam, which is what we're going to discuss today. Vellanai sarukkam covers the last part of the history of Sri Sundaramurti Swamigal and King Cheravan Perumal Nayanar. So David Chekla Swamigal starts the Vellanai sarukkam with a wonderful phrase, which is the following one. He says, Thiruchitrambalam, மூலமான திருத்தொண்ட தொகைக்கு முதல்வராய் இந்த ஞாலமுய்ய எழுந்தருளும் நம்பி தம்பிரான் தோழர் காலைமலர் செங்கமலர்கண் களரிச்சறிவாருடன் கூட ஆலமுண்டார் திருக்கையிலே அணைந்ததறிந்தபடி உரைப்பாம். So Vellanai sarukkam covers the history of Sundaramurti Swamigal and Cheravan Perumal Nayanar, the last part of their history. And here he says the original source of Periyapuranam, which is Thiruchitrambalam, composed by the great saint Sundaramurti Swamigal and his soulmate, best friend, the great king Cheravan Perumal Nayanar, and both of them went to Kailash. I'm going to tell you as the Lord let me know. So Sundaramurti Swamigal, currently he is in Thiruvarur, and with the blessings of Lord Thiruvarurar, he wished to meet his soulmate, King Cheravan Perumal Nayanar, in Thiruchitrambalam, which is in Kerala. You may remember, we covered a lot about the friendship of Sundaramurti Swamigal and Cheravan Perumal Nayanar in King Cheravan Perumal Nayanar history. Kargonda Kode Kalarichariva is other name history in Periyapuranam. Because both of them, Lord Shiva introduced Sundaramurti Swamigal to King Cheravan Perumal Nayanar. Then Cheravan Perumal Nayanar came all the way from Kerala to Thiruvarur to see him, and then became a great devotee of Sundaramurti Swamigal. King Cheravan Perumal Nayanar sees Sundaramurti Swamigal as his guru, but Sundaramurti Swamigal sees Cheravan Perumal Nayanar as his friend, best friend. He never considered himself as a guru. So that is something we need to know. So he worshipped the Lord of Thiruvarur, Uchidagunda Perumal, and then he decided to go on a pilgrimage to see his great friend Sharman Nayanar. He visited many temples on his way in Chola's country. Then he reached the most auspicious holy town on the earth, Avinashi, Tirupukuliyur, Avinashi. That's where a miracle happened. When he reached Avinashi, he was walking on the street of Agraharam, where the Vedic Brahmins usually live, pretty close to temple. And suddenly he noticed two different things at the same time. So two houses opposite to each other. From one house, he could hear some nice musical instruments, what we say, Mangalavatyam, which is usually played for during marriage, Brahmosava, and stuff like that. So good music. He could hear the music coming out of the one house, and which just says there's some great stuff is going on. Maybe there's a marriage. And then the opposite house, he could hear the sound of crying. Some people are crying at the same time. So two different things happening at the same time. Then he approached the people on the street and then asked them, what's going on? Why these two things are happening at the same time? And then the other Vedic Brahmins were standing on the street. They paid their obeisance to Sundaramurti Swamigal, and they said, for 2 years ago, there were two kids, both of them 5 years old boys. They went to take a bath in a lake close to Avinashi, and there was a crocodile in that lake. They did not know that. So when they were playing in the lake, a crocodile killed one boy, and the other boy managed to get away from that. He escaped. So the kid that escaped from the jaws of crocodile is currently going through the sacred thread ceremony, which we usually do in Vedic Brahmins community, Hadiseva community. So it's also known as Upanayana. In English, we can say sacred thread ceremony. It's performed to mark the commencement of a formal education in Vedic tradition. So here the guru will authorize his student to start chanting Gayatri Mantra. So that's the process. So that's being planned. The Upanayana is planned for the kid who managed to escape from the jaws of crocodile. And the other house is the parents of the kid who got killed by the crocodile. So they were just they're crying because if he had been alive, they would have done the same way Vedic tradition of Upanayana for their son as well. That's the story. Then, hearing all this, Sundaramurti Swamigal went inside the home of the parents who lost their child instead of entering the Upanayana function. So basically, if you think about, if you put ourselves in his shoes, we usually don't want to go to any such houses. There's a marriage house, and there's a death, and there's a funeral. Where would we want to go? We would go to marriage. We don't want to go to funeral type of incidents, right? But Sundaramurti Swami was heading towards the temple, but he decided to go and meet the parents, and there's a reason for that. Those parents who lost their child were the great devotees of Sundaramurti Swamigal. They were worshipping Sundaramurti Swamigal as their sole Gurunatha, sole Guru for a long, long time. So it's just that their true devotion fetched Sundaramurti Swamigal all the way from Tiruvarur to Avinashi to bless them. So the moment he entered the home, the couple, husband and wife, immediately forgot everything and they became very excited, including they got rid of the grief of losing their sons. The couple welcomed Sundarar and worshipped the lotus feet of Sundaramurti Swamigal and paid their obeisance to him and said, "We were so blessed to have you." Then Sundaramurti Swamigal asked them, "You have lost your son, I heard that." But they replied, "That's okay, he's gone. But we are so blessed to have you in our home. We're extremely pleased. There's nothing more we can ask for. You were here in our home. Then Sundaramurti Swami decided to resurrect their son. Then he asked the fellow Brahmins, said, "Where is the lake? Take me to the lake where the kid lost its life." They took him to the lake, and unfortunately, neither water nor crocodile were there. Everything dried up there. So he started praying to Lord Shiva. He composed a wonderful Devara hymn in Kurinji tune. Let's go ahead and sing that amazing Devara hymn along with Sundaramurti Swami. Thiruchitrambalam. எற்றான் மறக்கேன் எழுமைக்கும் எம் பெருமானையே உற்றாயென்று உன்னையே உள்குகின்றேன் உணர்ந்துள்ளத்தால் புற்றாடு அரவா புக்கொழியூர் அவிநாசியே பற்றாக வாழ்வேன் பசுபதியே பரமேட்டியே. We finished the first song. Then the water came. Also, then the crocodile also came. Then he continued the Devara hymns. And then he composed the fourth song. That's when the miracle happened. Thiruchitrambalam, Thiruchitrambalam. உரைப்பார் உரை உகந்துள்கவல்லார் தங்கள் உச்சியாய் அரைக்காடு அரவா ஆதியும் அந்தமும் ஆயினாய் புரைக்காடு சோலை புக்கொழியூர் அவிநாசியே கரைக்கால் முதலையை பிள்ளை தரச் சொல்லு காலனையே. So in this song, Sundaramurti Swami prayed to the Almighty Lord Shiva, Avinashi Appar. He requested, "My Lord, please order Yamadharma, who usually takes the life of people, ask him to give the soul back to his son." That was his request. The moment he finished that song, Yamadharma Raja brought the kid's life back and also gave him the growth of 2 years to fill his body, and he came out of the crocodile's mouth as if just he had grown from in the land for the last 2 years. So the mother, whose heart was melted by seeing this, with the overflowing love, she ran to his son, fetched him, brought him back to Sundarar, and fell down at Sundaramurti Swami's lotus feet, along with her husband. Devas showered flowers, Karpaga flowers, from the sky. The people of the earth were amazed. All the Vedic Brahmin threw their top clothes in the air and cheered. Vedic chants started everywhere. And Vyarura took that kid, Avinashi Lingam, his name was Avinashi Lingam, took that kid to Avinashi temple, bowed down to the Lord, and then completed the Tirupati hymns. The remaining 6 songs, Sundaramurti Swami composed in front of Lord Avinashi the temple. Then, after completing the price-worthy of this Padigam, Sundaramurti Swami bowed down to the Lord, and then Sundaramurti Swami himself conducted and led the sacred thread ceremony for that kid. And then he started heading towards to meet his soulmate, King Chairman Nayanmar. The parents were extremely happy. In the meantime, the message went to Malenadu, Kerala. King Chairman Nayanmar was sitting on the palace in his Simhasana, and the message went to him saying his soulmate Sundaramurti Swami is coming to see him, and he also resurrected a kid from the mouth of a crocodile. Wow. Then he said he got so excited. Then he asked his ministers to make an announcement across the country. He said, in Ayananainda, means my head is coming. He is my Lord, my head is coming. Aruri Saivananainda, in Ayalu Manalanainda. The Lord who rules me is coming to our country. Aruril Saivananainda, the great Shaivit from Thiruvarur is coming. Dharaniyella Uya Anaindan Anaindan. He is coming here to save the whole world. Let's decorate the whole city to welcome him. Then the entire ministry retinue got ready. They reached the outskirts of the city with full attendance. So when Nayanar arrived, the king fell down at his lotus feet. And he embraced Sundaran and made him sit on his royal elephant. He himself held the royal white silk umbrella over Sundaramurti Nayanar's head. He felt really proud to do that. Then both of them reached the palace. The king made Sundarar sit on his throne and did all the upacharams to show his deep respect and love, just because he's so King Charan Brahmanayana sees Sundaram Swami as his guru. So he paid all the upacharam that a student should be doing for a guru. Then the two Nayanmars visited many holy temples together in Kerala, like Vadakkunatha Swami temple, Ernakulatappa temple, many temple. They visited together. And then they continued to worship Lord Shiva in Thiruchitrambalam. And one fine day, it's a month of Adi in Tamil month, Adi, and the nakshatra Adi Swati. On that auspicious day, Sundaramurti Swamigal went to Thiruchitrambalam temple very early in the morning. King Charan Brahmanayana was taking shower at that time. He was deeply moved and shed copious tears. And he literally begged to the Lord. He didn't want to be in this earth anymore. He wants to go back to Kailash. He became very emotional and composed a wonderful Devara hymn called Talaikku Talaimale in Dalamban. Let's sing that song along with Sri Sundaramurti Swami. Thiruchitrambalam. Talaikku Talaimale அணிந்ததென்னே சடைமேற் கங்கை வெள்ளம் தரித்ததென்னே அலைக்கும் புலித்தோல் கொண்டு அசைத்ததென்னே அதன் மேற்கதனாகம் கச்சு ஆர்த்ததென்னே மலைக்கு நிகரோ பணவன் திரைகள் வலித்தற்றே முழங்கி வலம்புரி கொண்டு அலைக்கும் கடலம் கரைமேல் மகோதை அணியார் பொழில் அஞ்சை கள தப்பனே. Thiruchitrambalam. Such a wonderful Devara hymn. David Chekla Swamigal says, அரிய செய்கையில் அவனில் விழுந்து எழுந்து அலைப்புறும் மனை வாழ்க்கை சரியவை தலைக்கு தலைமாலை என்று எடுத்த தமிழ் மாலை. The birth and death cycles, it never ends. Just like the waves in ocean, it never ends. And in order to bring that to an end, Saint Sundaramurti Swamigal composed this wonderful Devara hymn. If you want to get rid of birth and death cycle, the samsara life, those who are interested in getting rid of that life, they should be really reciting this padikam. So, Sundaramurti Swamigal completed this padikam, and then Lord Shiva decided to call him back to Kailash. And what happened next, we will cover in the next session. Thiruchitrambalam. என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகும் இயல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் ஓங்கிடம் மஞ்சுளார் அடியார் அவர் வான்புகழ் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவே உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஸ்ரீ நம்பியாரூரர் மலடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. ஸ்ரீ கார்கொண்ட கொடைகளிற்றிருவ சேர்மன் பெருமலையினர் மலடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.